Hi, I'm Paul Irish. We're here at Google London. We're going to talk a little bit about my history, the current state of browsers, tooling, front-end web development, HTML5 boilerplate, and where things are going. So I'm a front-end developer. I'm a developer advocate. I'm a proponent of the web. I care a lot about making sure that developers know everything that they need to know to make awesome websites, awesome web apps. I mean, a long time ago, I made the website for my driving school, and then I asked him to, the amount that I charged him was equal for the amount that I had to pay for the driving school, so that kind of worked out nicely. But I was making websites back starting at when I was 15, 16 or so, and just kind of continued on through then. So I went to university in mathematics, and then I identified that my only options were essentially to go and be a cryptographer and work for the NSA, or teach math. That was probably not totally accurate, but that's all I thought. So, and then I changed over to computer science. I did that. Then at some point that got to be really hard, and I also had a very bad professor teaching me algorithms. So unfortunately I left computer science and ended up with a degree in technical communication, which felt pretty good at the time, but feels even better now because that's like that's what I do. And I think like leading up to Google, I had been I had been very involved in the jQuery community. In fact, I hung out on the IRC channel for jQuery all the time. Like every single day I was in there answering questions for about 3 years. It's a very addictive thing. And right around then, Google rang me up and they're like, these things that you're doing, they're all good. You want to just come work for us and do the same sort of stuff? And I was like, that sounds pretty good. Sure. So yeah, that's essentially how that happened. I personally want to have better tools and make sure that I'm using best practices when I'm developing. I definitely love helping other people find it, because I don't like looking at someone's it hurts a lot when you see a fantastic site that you know could have been just a pretty good amount better had they just done this one thing that is a best practice that they didn't know about it. And so I really feel like some obligation to make sure that everyone is, there's no excuse for why it's not as awesome as it could be. There's certain things that reach a threshold of quality for me, and then I'm like, okay, let's get it out there. But I mean, and I think that's good, because it's so much of our, we have to move really fast, and I know that I have to move really fast, and I can't manage to be a perfectionist and achieve nearly the amount of things that I want to do. A bunch of things. Right now I'm working on a few things. I'm working on a lot with the Chrome developer tools to make sure that people know basically not only how to use these tools, but how to use these tools in the context of debugging, developing, and improving the performance of their web apps. Working on Yeoman, trying to evolve the current state of package management for client-side JavaScript. I'm working on a new API that we're introducing in Chrome that allows, if you've ever seen the autofill functionality, basically allows a way to request that information from JavaScript, so that instead of having a bunch of text fields that the user sees, you're going to say, hey browser, I want first name, last name, shipping address, billing address. Look it up, and the browser will ask the user, but you'll get it. And so the user just sees a single button, and then the browser provides it. So some really cool stuff that kind of changes.
Do you feel a sense of mission?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm driven by a lot of just. There's a lot to do to make the web as compelling as an application platform as it should be, and there's a lot of work that hasn't been done yet. And so, I mean, I want to make that happen, and I want to get the community as excited as I am to help drive us in that direction.